So, okay, so now moving on to the project scope. So we can start off with climate risk. So when we are doing our research, we find out that Brazil faces a variety of climate related challenges, including deforestation, unpredictable weather, and rain, and rising sea levels, which significantly impact both its agriculture and urban sectors. And then we have Amazon rainforest. So it is a vital carbon sink and it is under increasing threat due to deforestation, which intensify climate change and disrupts weather pattern, which is critical to agriculture productivity. Then we have urban flooding. So urban flooding is another emerging issue, worst which has gone worst by poor infrastructure and rising sea level, especially in cities like Sao Paulo and Recife, where rapid urbanization is outpacing flood resistance measures. Now let's discuss about the vulnerable sectors. So when we are doing our research, we come up with some of the vulnerable sectors. So first off, we have agriculture. So small scale farmers, especially particularly in regions like the northeast of Brazil, are highly vulnerable to climate risks such as droughts, unpredictable rainfall, and soil degradation. So these farmers often lack the resources and technical knowledge to adapt to changing climate condition, making them disproportionately affected by climate vulnerability. And then we have urban flood prone areas. So in urban areas, particularly in favelas or informal settlements, there is a lack of effective flood measurement and the urban planning, making these communities highly vulnerable to frequent and severe flooding. Now let's talk a little bit about the opportunities for Solstable. So first off, we have agriculture. So Solstable, our client can offer sustainable farming solution to help small scale farmers adapt to climate change. This could include solutions such as precision agriculture and water effective irrigation system that can improve crop yields and soil health while helping farmers take safety measures to avoid climate related risks. And then we have urban areas. So in urban flood prone areas, Solstable can introduce green infrastructure solutions such as permissible surface and rainwater harvesting system, as well as flood forecasting technologies to reduce the impact of urban flooding, improving the resilience of vulnerable communities. And we can talk more about it in our upcoming slides. How can this be achieved? Now let's talk about the market gaps a little bit. So there is a significant gap in solution tailored to underserved sectors like small scale agriculture and marginalized urban communities. Many existing climate adaptation solutions are focused more on affluent sectors or regions, so meaning like more richer regions, leaving which leaves a huge opportunity for Solstable to play a key role to target with its specialized offering, which is specifically aimed.
While working on this project, our team used multiple methods to analyze Brazil as a possible place for strategic growth. We conducted market research by analyzing Brazil's competitive landscape to identify key players and their market strategies. This included evaluating competitors' offerings, identifying market gaps, and exploring emerging trends in climate risk adaptation. We also use sources such as the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics to analyze economic trends. This allowed us to look at agricultural vulnerabilities, study GDP trends such as Brazilia's per capita GDP of 47,802 real in 2022, and to assess economic stability and its impact on the underserved sectors. We also gathered data-driven insights with the climate risk mapping using datasets from Brazil's National Institute for Space Research. This was used to map high-risk regions for deforestation, flooding, and droughts, with a primary focus on critical areas such as the Amazon basin and Sao Paulo. We assessed social vulnerability as well, again going to the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics to gather insights to provide indicators into social inequities. This included disparities in income, race, gender, and gave us a better understanding of how climate risk disproportionately affect marginalized communities. Finally, we use some decision making tools to analyze Brazil as a possible place for strategic growth. We use sources such as the Brazilian Agriculture Research Corporation, which was founded by their country's federal government, to look at different ways of implementing climate resilient farming methods and urban floodplain management solutions tailored to Brazil's unique environment. This ensures that there are data backed decisions tailored to Brazil. Optimization models using techniques such as resource allocation and risk minimization models were considered to propose solutions that are both cost efficient and environmentally sustainable. For this proposal, our team focused on 5 different data sources to gather the information we needed to put together our proposal for Sostable. The first is the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics. This is a government agency in Brazil and has extensive data on Brazil's economic, demographic, and environmental landscape. This provided key insights into regional climate vulnerabilities. Next is the National Institute for Space Research. This is a research unit of the Brazilian Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. It offered data regarding deforestation and land use. This was crucial for understanding climate impact in agricultural and forested areas. The World Bank Climate Change Knowledge Portal provides climate projections, risk profiles, and data on economic impacts. This gave a broader perspective on Brazil's climate challenges. The World Bank is an international financial institution. It provides loans and grants to governments of low and middle income countries for the purposes of economic development. MDAT is the International Disaster Database. It is run by the Center for Research on the Epidemiology of Disasters. It contains data on the occurrence and impacts of over 26,000 mass disasters worldwide from 1900 to present day. We use this for historical data on natural disasters in Brazil. We have particular focus on flooding and droughts, which affect both urban and rural underserved areas. Finally is Embrapa. Embrapa is a corporation sponsored by the Brazilian Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock. It focuses on generating knowledge and technologies for Brazilian agriculture. It has a vast database with research and case studies that is available to all, with a focus on empowering Brazilian farmers.